manifestation, it got to be real because everybody walk around manifestation in their life. Let me tell you what I mean. If you think about something and you feel a certain way and you say it's kind of like going to pop up, a lot of people don't know this. Let me tell you what I mean. You got somebody in the hood, right? They f***ed up and they go to the church and they think it's going to make it better. So they get past the ELI 10% of their earnings. But when they go home, all they still f***. But see, the pastor just manifested that 10%.
And we back again. 607 and up. Duty the priest.
Not the pump. Not the pump.
Not the pump.
Yeah,
right. Not the
well,
pump.
not the
607
pump.
up.
Nobody said
Not the
about
pump.
the pump.
Duty the priest.
Wait, he said my name wrong, gang.
You didn't say nothing else about his name. You just said right?
Yeah, but he said not the pump.
Listen, all right, man. It ain't Sunday yet. We don't have thought like that.
Hey, thank you. Exactly. No, the priest. Why you always bring up the pump? We ain't about to say nothing about the pump. That's what I'm
Let's get it started. It's the real spirit party. You cannot get in. Moses off the drink and Jesus off the gin. I swear to God on my mom.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay. It's gonna be a good night. We're starting out strong.
I think that nigga just plays slow.
Playing with Unc tonight, man. I'm not playing with Bishop tonight, and I'm not playing with Unc tonight.
What's in that cup, man?
Oh, but ain't no such thing as good.
But what's in that cup though? No, he's drunk. He's a drunk preacher today. I know they say the priest can drink wine. The priest for the wine.
Let me wine whiskey.
Oh man.
Let's go, gang. Let's get it started.
Let's get it started. First question. Is manifestation real or just a delusion?
We talk about manifestation.
Is it real or is it just a delusion?
I take this first. Manifestation, it got to be real because everybody walk around manifestation in their life. Let me tell you what I mean. If you think about something and you feel a certain way and you say it's kind of like going to pop up, a lot of people don't know this. Let me tell you what I mean. You got somebody in the hood, right? They f***ed up and they go to the church and they think it's going to make it better. So they get past the ELI 10% of their earnings. But when they go home, all they still up. But see, the pastor just manifested that 10%. That's what's going on because he stood up and he said, bring it in. Let's give God his 10%. But when if God spent some money? That's what I mean. He's talking about manifestation. The church manifested a whole lot of wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't saying they taking it in the place of God. But guess what? When last time I seen God buy a nice old bill? When last time you seen God? Stop playing with me. Yeah, so manifestation is going around all the time, especially in the church.
You can't start it out like that, man.
What you gotta say about that, Bishop?
Hey,
He just called you out, Bishop. What you gotta say about that now?
I know this fun. Then what you got?
No, he came up. Somebody, you probably in the bed.
I'm trying to praise these folks there. You know, you pay tithes at your house, pay tithes at your note, okay, your car note, pay tithes for that tight hair on his head.
Well, I'm tired of ties.
Okay, he got tied in the head, his head tied up. Then you got him. Got tired on all this. He gotta go out. Praise. When you say 10% of the church, notice he said you pay it to God. You ain't pay it to me. I ain't trying. It's split up in a small church.
Oh, praise.
You know, you barely can make it. Now, if you had a mega church, then you can't knock them because they got books. They got they do seminars. They do conference. So everybody got a problem with money going to the church. They ain't got no problem going to the.
He talking about manifestation. He defending the church and they stealing. Right, we talking about manifestation. He off topic already.
Hold up.
Soon as we talking about stealing, he's talking about 10%.
Listen.
Come on, gang.
Everybody that's standing in the line, most folks don't know only 6% of people pay tithe, 94% stealing from God.
What's the question about tithe?
So, what? Hold on, what's it? They speak on tithe, but don't know nothing about it.
But the question was not about tithe. Repeat the question, Jay.
But you just said 10%.
What's the question, Jay?
What, man?
The question was about manifestation.
He just
So
he
we.
said, hold up.
No, he did say something.
Think about money. Stop playing weak.
Okay, listen.
Lock the door doors. Lock the doors.
Okay?
Yeah.
Locking the doors don't mean that they trying to take your money. Locking doors may trying to let you know, hey, whatever Marvin Sapp got going on, he's trying to finish. What's up? He's trying to what he trying to do? He's trying to do what they call him to do at a conference. And every place that you go to, everybody it take money answer all things. Yeah. Why do money has a problem when it goes down doing something in the church? They don't give you free lights, they don't give you free building, they don't give you free folks.
Been a problem. Ain't no problem with the church and the money. The problem is we don't see where it goes because the pastor know what I'm saying, we ain't spending it, but they keep on going. They keep on collecting. Where the fuck is it going?
Well, listen, in a small church, you ain't gonna worry about it. It ain't going too much for it. It ain't going.
I'm not talking about Pastor Eli.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not talking about Pastor Eli because his church is good. Listen,
you just said it was
I'm a member of his church.
Oh, but I said it was no good.
No, I said
You a member of a church?
Oh, I just say
but I'm not speaking for everybody.
He defended these crooked ass churches that's not he got to do because he a Christian.
I know
His church ain't nothing like the he gonna defend him because he a Christian.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm defending it because what's that? I'm not defending. I'm just telling the truth. 96%
he
of
put
all
money in his own church.
that is wrong.
Listen, I go to his church. He put money into. He said, "Listen, we need $700." It was Sunday. I'm a member. He said we need $700. He said I'm gonna put 100 in there. Nobody stood up. I said, "Well, I got the last 6." As soon as I put the last 6, that's the number 369. He was calling me. Everybody else, I manifested. Everybody else put in money. That was manifestation.
3, 6.
Okay, manifestation then. Okay,
I'm confused. 3, 6, 9.
369. That's the number of the universe. That's the alignment. The real numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Repeat.
Oh Lord.
0 and 10 are added numbers. They don't belong.
Hold up. I feel something. You know how you feel something in the spirit? I feel something. I'm spending something.
Is you drunk?
I'm feeling something too. I'm feeling.
He good to me.
Man, that saying shit don't work. I used to do that shit back in the day. That shit used to just put me in a badass mood. That shit don't ever use that shit.
I'm gonna let you talk because see, I'm not been through all
What
that.
about manifestation? The question, mate. Y'all, you's a drug addict priest, and y'all can't even answer the questions correct.
What you want?
Stop playing on me.
All right, back to the main question. Back to the main question, guys.
That's true.
This is real.
Some people don't know this is real. They think this is something we know. This is real.
No,
This man drug addict priest. I said, come on,
I don't know.
listen.
Hey, Dooney.
I
Hey,
ain't gonna
Dooney.
say this.
They ain't gonna let me talk.
Explain manifestation to me,
He is
Dooney.
right.
He don't whack either. You know some
I do
people
use a substance.
but he is on some gin and juice.
I do use a substance, and I do drink Jesus juice. Okay.
Nigga, he finna do some voodoo.
All right. He drunk it. He drunk
Okay.
it.
Gang, the question is manifestation.
Let me tell it. And then don't you start wiggling this shit. Sit down. Okay.
Damn.
Here we go. Okay, manifestation. Can I answer that, please?
Is it real
Yeah.
or is it fake?
And is it real? Manifestation is very real. You know what I'm saying? Even the Bible said that there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And because we connected to the spirit, you know what I'm saying? We coexist with the spirit. The spirit is our bread. Because why? Now you gotta let me talk. I gave you 80 minutes about to go. You talk. Give me 8, okay? And so here's the deal. The spirit itself connects with that which is divine. So when you speak it and you believe it and put your faith to it, then it manifests. Okay, that's when God, because you're connected to God. Now I'm gonna go to the text. Let's go to Adam and Eve. Okay, when God formed Adam, he formed him right from the dust. That's what the Bible said. He formed Adam from the dust. Now when he formed Adam in his own image, in his own image, okay, that wasn't God. Nigga, the devil. That's the demigod. Okay, when he formed him in his image, guess what? The dust didn't move. The image didn't move into what? Until God did what? Blue, for the most of our what? Blue is breath. Your breath is connected to the divine. So yes, you can speak life and death in the power. There's life and It's life and death in the power of the tongue. And stay with me, okay? You are connected to something that's divine that goes beyond human comprehension. So that we cannot see, and I keep telling people, it lives in us. We live in it. It is divine, and we can't see it.
I love you.
But we can attach it to a doctrine or religion, and let's talk about it.
He got them spirits demons.
Come over.
Okay.
Hold on.
See, he touching
No,
right now.
no.
Yeah.
You got me coming over here with you, oh, Unc Kyle. Unc just burned off some money. I think he doing food. And you ain't paying.
Mom, it's coming in his face here.
Did you just burn something that doing voodoo in front of us?
Listen, the next thing is mom. Y'all prophet is coming. He in a spaceship. And they go around Earth like this.
When he down,
And they come every 250 years. See, I saw mama. And he was manifesting.
that's smoke. Got smoke on this.
He was really
Okay.
white.
Here come this.
He left to follow angels and he switched. And he told the Nation of Islam that he was black. But he wasn't. He was white. And he disappeared.
You talking about Farad Muhammad?
Yeah, right.
The honorable about Farad Muhammad.
He was white.
I'm going to talk about being there.
That's a white man.
You don't know what you is. I'll go to
He
you.
manifested himself in a black body.
There he go. Talk about that one top.
You don't know you a Muslim.
That's what manifestation is,
You
baby.
don't see a priest smoke.
Okay, no, not
Boy,
normally,
the Bible
no.
said in the last day they were called evil good and good evil. I never seen a priest smoke kush. I'm almost scared.
That's for real.
What?
When we gonna get the question? She'll say we can't never do an interview. There's never no questions asked. Yeah, you terrible. You the worst.
Okay, Gary.
Hey.
You have no question.
Right. Cause
I got a good question. A really good question.
Yeah, let's open up the floor.
Just over here, Judge.
Number two.
I love you. I just go
Matter
smoke
of fact,
kush
Bishop Eli, tell me
and
this.
drink. You got your drink. You got your
I'm
kush.
feeling good.
You got your. You got the voodoo doll beside you.
Now, the question was about later. Relax.
Hey, Bishop Eli, answer me
Now,
this
he
though.
obviously see it. Now, can I talk about voodoo? Can I talk about voodoo?
Wait,
Yeah,
that
talk
wasn't the
about it.
question.
I'm a hot
That
freak.
wasn't the
Nah,
question.
let it go. Let it
Whenever
go.
y'all ready to talk about voodoo, let's talk about voodoo. Because
Yeah,
I
let
am a
them
hot
go.
priest and
So what was the purpose of manifestation? Did we get an answer? Did anybody answer that
voodoo
question?
plays a part in the manifestation. That's
Voodoo
why I
plays
was
a part.
talking.
Let
You want me to real?
Man, you are terrible. You use a terrible hoax.
You just
I'm the
smoke.
best.
Just smoke and wiggle or whatever you do. Because you done already said the ambiance in the body. Now let's talk about voodoo. What he just did was a ritual. Okay? A ritual is something that even the Catholic Church do. They call them sacraments. Okay? Rituals. One, they take it in the church, which is a cannibalistic ritual, which is the Eucharist or the Last Supper, with the wine supposed to be blood and then the cracker supposed to be flesh. That's cannibalistic ritual. Now let's go to
I ain't no motherfucking cannibalistic ritual.
no, you didn't do that though, but you did a ritual.
I don't know.
And so-
This is what we've been doing since the beginning of the time.
Yeah, okay, it's a ritual.
It's not no game. We don't.
Ritual is
It's a church ritual.
It's part of that. But here, I gotta stay with me on voodoo.
That ain't what they mean. They actually deal with blood and stuff. That ain't no ritual.
Voodoo is something that our ancestors practiced in West Africa. Okay,
Facts.
I think it's the Home.
Crazy.
The Home. You can Google this. The Home it's a region in Africa, West Africa. That's where voodoo comes from. And then it spread it out different parts of the world. Okay, to like Hades and things like that, probably through the transatlantic slave trade. But that's what voodoo come from. And what voodoo means is when you tap into that, which is your ancestors, and you summon them back up.
And I don't know for ancestors.
That's what he be doing.
Listen.
And he be down low
That's
shit
that.
and
That's
whistling
that.
and shit.
That's
That
that.
can't take it.
Listen.
Are the
Okay,
flying
let me ask you
Africans
a
doing voodoo?
If you listen to any one of them two, especially he on crack, man, you just in slow.
That preaching religion.
That's
For
like-
y'all that's for
Listen to
scholars.
me.
And he don't even know it.
listen.
But anyway,
Are the
go
flying
ahead.
This drunk
Africans doing
fool
voodoo?
line.
Okay,
Listen,
okay.
now,
Okay.
what he was saying was,
Yeah, I am
Listen,
a gypsy though.
you
I ain't
can't-
gonna say. I gotta confess. Because the priest
Okay.
Can I
don't
talk?
confess and priest
Can I
don't
talk?
confess.
can I talk?
Okay.
Let him
go
go.
ahead. Go ahead. And I mean, sir, Gary,
I
607.
got a question though.
The
Are the flying Africans doing voodoo?
Let him down. Say that again.
Are the flying Africans doing
I'm
voodoo?
from turning Michael Jackson. It's gonna be.
He done.
You heard
He
about
in
the flying
another. We
Africans?
gotta let it.
The spirit, hold up.
We gotta say.
Spirit of Michael Jackson done jumped in. That's how you do that voodoo. He done brought Michael Jackson. Hold on. Michael Jackson.
You believe it?
I don't know what he tapped into.
What I'm saying, if you don't believe,
He burned.
I'm fine with voodoo. Is real. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I ain't worrying about voodoo.
Hey, I got a question.
Michael Jackson
I got a
just
question
came up
for-
out of him.
for
Hold up.
you,
Let's
Bishop
see what
Eli.
Michael Jackson got to say.
Bishop Eli, I got a question for you.
Hold up. Listen. I want to say this, brother. I'm trying to create. In order for me to create, I can't stop nobody else from creating. And I'm trying to create. In order for me to create, I can't hurt nobody else's creation. Jay, your creation is foolish. Right? And I don't mean to hurt it. But you can't even ask civilized questions. Right? You sitting down here. I'm a real prophet of God. Right? The monad. I'm not no fake preacher that prophesied and prayed to Jesus. Jesus was not who they think he was.
I'm gonna let you have level.
Right?
Who was Jesus then?
But I'm gonna say this. In the question of voodoo and what he said, you can talk to ancestors. But anyone that do that, they vibrate low. Listen, I'm asking you a question.
What?
Why do you need to talk to a middleman when you can go direct? The problem here is because of the middleman. Talking to the ancestors is the same as talking to Jesus. Why do you need a middleman to go through the divine?
What?
When you talk to an ancestor, that means you not got a clean enough vessel to talk to the divine like me and the pastor. You never heard him say he talk to an ancestor? When he talk, he only talk straight up. Yo, talk to all these other entities that come here dressed look like you some kind of priest. Out there with a barbershop thing with your head. What you gonna cut the devil out?
You gotta slow down, gang.
Stop playing with
Hey,
me because
question number
You
2.
ain't sharing your weed or nothing. You tripping?
Second
Yo,
question,
yo,
guys.
No. Okay.
Hey, second question, guys.
Okay. No.
What's that question? No,
He got some cocaine in there.
no, with a timeline.
No.
Give us a time.
Okay, you got it. Let me. Hold on.
he thought it,
He's drunk, bro.
he thought it was weed.
No,
He ain't no weed up
And
here.
then,
He
and then I got
he
see, they don't want me to talk because they know I'm gonna come there to straight knowledge.
Hey.
You have to get out and call me out. My name, I am a high priest in the order of the mystery sister. Now, for you, Mr. Wiggle Man, listen, you need to understand with the ancestors, boy, you would be nothing without the ancestors.
I'm not saying
they are connected to the divine.
I'm not saying we are too. I'm not saying we don't love our ancestors.
You better
I'm
love
not saying
your ancestors.
you go through them, you going through, you never know what the law is demonic. It's
It's
demonic. Whenever you put something before God, it's demonic, gang.
They are connected
You
to
think you
the
Samuel.
divine. What is wrong with you?
Jesus.
That G. Okay, see, you got to calm down and see the Jesus.
Like just whooping his tail.
I got a question about Jesus,
Let
you
him go.
guys.
Let him go.
Hey.
No.
Please, y'all make me kill myself, please.
Well, don't kill yourself.
Well, you done died 5 listening.
You'll come back to
Yeah,
life.
he good. He
He'll
good.
come back to life. He said it.
Question
Let
number
me
2,
finish that.
guys.
Okay, go now. He touching on. He touching on the.
Have y'all ever heard that
You
show?
gotta have
Ancient
time.
Aliens?
What's our problem? What's me and your problem?
Okay.
It's
I have a problem.
what's the problem with the church? The problem with the church is that they put a man before God, right? Right? They put they say I go through Jesus.
He's bringing up his church.
They say I go through
He
Jesus.
goes to church.
They say I go through. No, me and you, we feel the same about this. They say I go through Jesus to get to God, right? That's a problem. Agree? Is that a problem? I have to go to somebody else to God.
That's not a problem.
Agree or not?
That's not a problem.
Agree or not? Is that a problem to you?
It's not a problem.
But you said it was wrong.
Error.
It's error. It's okay. Is it all? So if that's an error, then it got to be a fucking error to talk to the ancestors. Because he just said it is an error. This is a clerical error to do voodoo and talk to the ancestors. Y'all feel me? But you got to make them say it. Me and the priest, me and the pastor of God, we just talked them into telling them. Now, next question.
You gotta
Next
talk voodoo,
question.
and you gotta
Was
talk to the
Jesus
ancestors.
an
That's what it
alien, a
means.
prophet, or a priest?
We want to talk about. Hold on. We want to talk about stuff. It's over. You have no facts to throw. It's over. When you Google voodoo, it tells you this.
Yeah, the
So
conversation is over.
you can't be conflictable
Oh,
to the
Question number
information.
2.
Huh?
But hey, hold on, let me say something.
How much time we got left?
Let me say something.
Oh, they got up and press, but now I'm through. You go ahead, bitch.
Let me say
Yeah, press your day.
Cause Unc made a statement about why do you need a mediator or somebody to talk to God. First of all, you got to know your condition. If you don't know your condition and you don't know what kind of situation you're in, then you never can understand why you have to have a mediator. A mediator, not necessary that God need a mediator for you to speak to him, but a mediator is to keep you safe from the destruction of God because of his nature. His nature is holy. His nature is pure. His nature, the Bible said, owning the children of Israel said, we the only people hear the voice of God and live. We the only people. So my point is that the reason why you need a mediator because you had the high priest. There's always somebody that's a mediator to God in all things. I don't care what you're doing. Moses was a mediator. They talk about Prophet Muhammad was a mediator. They talk about Jesus was a mediator. Paul, we all mediator. Even when you dealing with life, there's always somebody that can give you a better suggestion than others. So when we talk about the mediator, it's because man is self-destructed and man would himself. And so the reason why we need a mediator, that's the simple fact because the mediator is spirit. It knows the mind and the thoughts of God. We don't know everything. We don't know the mind. So Jesus was the word of God. He wasn't just a man. He was the word of God. And that's what makes him the mediator. Because the same word that created you, it's the same word you're going to need to be able to understand the voice of God and the knowledge of God and his purpose. You can't do it yourself because you don't even know your left hand from your right. You still throw it off in everything you do in life. And so that's the reading. You see how doing it throw it off. You see, he don't have a mediator.
I don't know.
He believe in his own self.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he do. He believe.
That's what you think.
I know.
Now, I can tell y'all this. In 2025 going into 2026, you about to see a whole different church. We are the new church. Whether you like it or not, we are the millennial
So y'all
church.
like
No, me, you, and
And pronounce no type of words right.
no.
Me and Uncle already talked about it. We're gonna open up a church. You gonna
I'm not going nowhere with you, guys.
Uncle?
And turn the camera to the
We
right a
got a
little bit.
trainer.
Watch this.
We got a trainer.
Look what he just said. Look what he just said. He smoked.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
don't get to smoke.
I ain't talking no more until
Y'all get to drink.
I'm done. I'm not talking no more until
Y'all get to drink and smoke.
because you're not gonna join our church. You want us to join your church. I don't want to join our church.
You join God.
Huh?
You join God.
We already with God.
What you got on your road?
That's that. Not any of the ropes. That would.
He
Why you even?
He
I don't see us. Hey, you hear him over here? He tripping. Bounce up and tripping.
Well, not-
Listen.
But anyway, come on. I'm ready for your ass.
No.
Why y'all texting niggas always had a little piece of hamburger meat in the back of y'all head?
Mediator. You know what a mediator just say? Hold on.
Turn the camera to the right a
He
little
said he a
bit.
mediator to go to get to God, right? That was the problem in the first place. When it's everything created, there was no mediator. The Demiurge thought he was God, and everything else been a mirror, right? See, he still only using 5 of the senses. He think we live in the material world. See, the way to God has been mirrored by so many different people that there's really no direct way to God, right? Because God is not even God. There's no God. Let me tell you what I mean. To call God God is a disrespect. Notice I said to call God God is disrespect. I'm a God. So it has to be something better. He had to have a better name than God, right? So it has to be something like the monad or the divine, right? Because this outside of us, outside of our thinking, outside of our knowledge. See, the real God has no gender. It's not a male. It's not a female. It don't walk around in this priest stuff. It don't smoke blunts, right? It don't take collections, right? It ain't GDBD Vice Lord, right? But it's everything I just said.
Hold up. He got a good point. Now listen. God don't have no attributes of man. He can't change that. When we use the word God for that, it's really disrespecting him because he's greater than anything that come out our mouth. But we use those language where we can understand each other. Like, he a mediator, but he's not a good mediator.
Mediator for what? The
God, say he a man, I'm a man,
Hey,
and say
hold
he's
that thought.
Jesus. Hold on,
Hey,
say
listen,
he
hold
was
that
the
thought.
mediator. He the priest. Oh, a good example. Listen, he the priest.
He knows
That
that.
was, yeah, he the
I'm
priest.
changing my name after this night. I will tell y'all. You
Hold
God.
on, hold on. Here it is.
I'm about to
He the priest.
They don't
This
get
is a good example. The mediator.
my name, my
The
name.
reason why Jesus took the mediator, the man out of, because the priest still smoke weed.
Yeah.
The priest still weed. The priest still.
Jesus up line.
The priest still cuss.
And the church still
Ain't even trying to do right.
Little bit.
The priest was the priest
ain't
still
trying to do
the
right.
priest still freaky. What's his there? The priest, listen up.
I love
The
women.
thing, okay,
That's it.
The priest.
I love my wife.
Listen, I understand.
But why?
So he had to move him out and put the word in there because the word don't detour from God's will. The word knows the mind of God. The word knows the path of life. So that's who Jesus is. He is the mediator for man. He's the light of man. I can't put him in the middle because when I look at him, he got a lot of issues going on.
Well, you can't put me nowhere. God,
Now, what nothing on there in the middle but the word.
God already put me
You
there.
can't put man in there.
And he can't
you
put me
can't
there.
put your priest,
Jay,
your church.
hold on. What's the fucking question?
Jay, him as a bishop.
The question
Who put him as
is,
a bishop?
Jay, what's the
was
question?
Jesus
You
an
keep
alien,
that. I
know he
a
is.
prophet,
Bro, you
or a
terrible
myth?
interview. You work for Amazon.
So what?
Hey, everybody, let me talk for 1 second.
Don't try
Was
to tell
Jesus
me.
an
Hold on, he
alien,
works
a
at
prophet, or a
Amazon.
myth?
What?
Was Jesus an alien, a prophet, or a myth?
All right, hold up. Who?
Jesus was a what?
Hold on. Was Jesus an alien, a prophet, or a myth? All right, let's
Separate now.
hold up. Let's go there. Let's start there. We can't start there like J Man. We gotta start before that. So was Jesus a prophet? Yes. Was Jesus an alien?
No.
Yes. The definition of an alien is something that's not what? What's the definition of an alien?
Not from planet Earth.
Was Jesus say, my home is where? My home is not here. I prepare a place for you that's not of here, right?
Correct.
So he was not from here, right?
He was an alien then.
So he was an alien.
That's
All right? Right. And that's definitely an alien, right? And the other
Right.
thing is for Jesus being a myth, right? Jesus is also a myth. Let me tell you why. A lot of people don't believe him. See, we live in a parallel universe, right? What I'm telling you, 3D, 4D, 5D dimension. Whatever you believe, what you perceive as the truth becomes that reality. So for those that don't believe in Jesus, doesn't know Jesus, he can't help it, right? Like the pastor said, he don't want to mediate it for you. I was at church with him. He said, listen, I'd rather have me a mediator than going there on alone. I'd rather have me some full coverage insurance. So for that,
If you didn't know nothing about God or Jesus, you would have thought this nigga was telling the truth. He sound like he know what he talking about. He don't know what the fuck he talking about.
I can understand him. Because for those that don't know Jesus, they riding around with liability. They taking a chance, right? So we can't take chances in life. So it's better to know him. That's why I know him, right? Because not even me gonna take that chance. I got full cup, right? But so Jesus is also a myth. Jesus is also an alien, as though he a myth because he's not from here. He said the place where I'm from is a place that I could have prepared for you, right? But you can't come now. But he said when I leave, something will come for you, and it'll be the Holy Spirit. He said when the Holy Spirit comes, you will do greater works than me. So I don't understand why the church is still holding on to Jesus when Jesus said you can do greater works than me. So why the fuck they ain't did no greater works? They ain't did greater works because they holding on to his old works, and Jesus said you can do greater works than me.
I prove that he's right on that because for the simple fact, remember when Peter and Jesus told him, rebuke him, and they said Peter was trying to protect Jesus. He was not trying to protect Jesus. He was trying to protect himself.
Yeah.
Because he felt like, Jesus, if you get captivated, you get put on the cross, what we going to do? Jesus trying to show him, he said, I'm praying that your faith fail you not. What do you mean that your faith fail you not? Jesus trying to give him the ability to have faith because whatever he loose on earth, he said, I will lose. Whatever you bind, I will bind. Jesus trying to give Peter the keys to do greater work. But Peter was depending on Jesus.
But all the disciples was pussy.
That's
what I'm telling y'all.
They're trying to depend on Jesus. Jesus already set the power. He said, I'm going, the same Jesus that y'all crucified, it's the same power that God going to set for on earth.
Jesus said, by the time
He done said something. Believe it.
Jesus said by the time the crow clock 3 times, you gonna deny me twice.
But if he only knew, she's gonna give him the keys over power and death. And that's what's wrong with us. The church would limit because we limit by who we talk to.
Yeah.
We limit by quarter. We limit by our knowledge. We limit by preach like this here that you believe in. That you find out late at night he's creeping.
Please, don't believe in me.
Got the girl
That was fine.
and got all this.
God, leave.
I'm not about that. Not only that, he using the people
Hell no.
as a tool for, he ain't caring about their souls, he want their gold. So when I look at
They don't want no fucking gold. They want the soul. We in a soul crack.
What you just say? You need to stop tripping. Every time you smoke, we ain't smoking no more around here.
We not smoking no more.
I think shit real. It ain't like gold. They want you gold.
So hey, so answer the question about Jesus. So that was
We
hold
don't
up.
smoke around
So
here.
that was my
We can't do
answer
that.
about Jesus. My answer was
He touching me
that
too much.
Jesus
And you
was all
This
game.
shit-
Game.
This shit
Jesus
is
was all free.
good.
Which one was he?
Huh?
Oh, which one?
You need to ask him that.
Okay, do this shit with y'all.
Stop touching me, man.
I can't do it with
Stop
y'all.
touching me. That's right. He don't need to smoke, but he don't need to be around smoke. And you might need to stop smoking.
What we trying to teach?
Okay.
You fucking drunk.
Well, stop touching me. Is
How the fuck?
no. He drunk.
Damn. Okay, I'm
I'm
drunk.
Jesus,
Alien, prophet.
I'm a part of
Which
that.
one is it?
Look
Prophet?
at it. Most-
Example. Which one is it? Alien, prophet, or priest?
I agree with all of them, how you put it. How the violation, but listen, I'm not tripping. Most preachers preach better when they drunk. He don't.
We gonna get a bigger platform. Y'all gonna scoot over next time. I know that.
This platform big. You
Keep touching me. Okay,
Down there in the table, man.
Next question, Jay.
hey, we
agree.
Next
we all get
question.
three shit together. Hey,
We all agree.
we can be
that
like
Jesus
this.
is all three. Next question.
Okay.
But I'm saying we got enough faith here.
You say
Hey.
all of you.
Stop. Be quiet.
Except you to that's your error. Okay, I'm gonna leave him alone.
Hey,
Imagine, Bishop,
technical
we can't
question.
smoke in front of him no more. Let him down low. He down low.
Hey,
go ahead, man.
technical question. How many cameras we got?
Bro, the camera asked the question.
Third question. Are psychedelics a shortcut to God or a dangerous illusion?
No. Hey, I don't know what the fuck that word, psychedelic. I don't know what the fuck that word means. Stop playing with me, dude.
Mushrooms.
For real, gang.
Mushrooms.
So you don't ask that question.
PCP.
No.
Ayahuasca. All that good stuff.
What?
People say they talk to God. People say they talk to God when they're under the influence of hallucinogens.
What do that word
Ayahuasca.
mean?
I'm talking about
Mushrooms. You know how mushrooms make you see stuff?
Man, stop playing with me, gang.
Mushrooms.
I don't know what the fuck that mean. You gotta ask this
you know
nigga,
about
he the
mushrooms.
drug, got it drunk.
And then
Hey,
you
dude,
know,
tell
on some
him
I'll
knowledge.
pass on that question.
You want me to answer
Let
that?
Dooney have this question.
Can I answer that? Real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead,
I'm
Dooney.
gonna give you a quick answer for sure. I'm about to give you a real quick answer, okay? Psychedelic, right?
Yeah.
The fuck is psychedelic? What?
He the psychedelic. I don't know that word.
Go Google it.
mean?
Google it, and then you gonna see his picture right next to it.
You
So,
kill yourself.
hold on, I gotta answer.
You gotta
I gotta answer.
I
gotta
heard your theory.
I got a question.
We know what you gonna
You
say.
unalive yourself and go to heaven and hell. Let me tell you this, all right? That is this true. That was created for a reason, right? One thing they try to do, they always try to make you believe that the reality of heaven was after you die, and it's something you had to do to achieve that you couldn't achieve it now. And by
hey, you can't do nothing to go to heaven. That's the only reason why Jesus paid for your sins. So he can get you there. You can't do nothing to go to heaven.
it's the soul trap, they all want to remind you that if you try to leave this trap, then you won't make it thereafter. See, that was a trick. Sort of like when they bury people 6 feet deep. Everybody's still getting buried 6 feet deep, but that started because of a plague. See, a plague started everybody buried 6 feet deep under the ground. You had to be very low up under the ground. Nowadays, not everybody buried 6 feet deep, right? When everybody should be cremated because that's the way it's supposed to be, so your body can disattach from this plane, right? You detach from your body, and your soul can travel on, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, and I'm really trying to say this a whole lot of times, and I don't know why I'm steady doing this with them because I don't like no. I don't like him, I don't like him, and I don't like you. But because of love and the fact that I got something to say, I try to teach. Right? But y'all are all wrong. Everything has 1,000 possibilities. Everything is right, everything is wrong, everything is left, everything is right, everything is you, everything is me.
That's crazy.
You say that shit.
That's crazy.
Next question.
That
All
sounds
right, y'all
so
solved
deep,
it.
but he
Okay,
just
next
put me to
question.
sleep. Look. That sounds so deep. And this boy here, I love doing it. But he comes out, he got so much education. He always talking about the people he
I just read, man.
talking about Tim
Listen, it's fundamentals.
Jones,
Nothing wrong with reading.
Jakes. He named all these.
I'm not acting
He named
auditing nobody, okay?
He name dropped.
Listen,
But listen,
I don't know nothing.
I don't care how
Okay, for real,
educated
for real.
a fool is. You can't contain.
I don't know everything.
You don't
Oh,
feel
good.
God. You can't keep
I
it.
feel God.
You in
I just don't fear the understanding
not
you have of God.
not that kind of
The most divine.
You don't feel him that way. That's why you keep saying.
Hell, nigga. I smoke weed because
Okay,
this is
preacher.
drugs. And let me, since he want to say weed, before we go to the next question, can I answer this? Since he want to go say weed, I already explained to everybody. I know why I smoke weed. But here's the deal.
You got some drink.
I would say that 99.5% of the world is on drugs. Some type of drug, whether it be street drugs, drugs at the pharmacy, your doctor prescribed you, behind the counter drugs, or some type of drugs that you would take herbally.
Say that.
What I'm saying is you got to be on something that alters your body a certain way. So I just choose.
Well, you ain't gotta be on.
Man, I don't need
That's all announcement.
Thank God, my doctor said I'm okay at my age. I like to
God.
smoke weed. I give me a little shot from time to time. But
A shot of what?
Where your church at, man?
I don't have no church. I'm just a part of the body.
So all y'all smoke weed
I
at your church.
I didn't say I had a church. I'm part of your church. Can I be a part of
What
y'all don't party. What the love, man?
Next question.
What the love? What church y'all at?
Next question.
I'm going back to the Potter's house.
Next question.
No, I'm
See
going
the
back.
church is not, they locking the door.
What you gotta say, bro? You terrible. Where you
I'm
terrible?
going to the Potter's
Why?
house. You set up. I'm going
Do
back.
people sin?
Huh? You say that again?
Everybody does this. We sin, but why do we do it?
Well, I got a question for that. Right? Let me tell you something. See, the mind itself can't control whether it's sin or not. Let me tell you what I mean. Because everybody talk about sin, but we was born in a sine wave. Put an E on that. We vibrating off frequencies and energies, and it's a sine wave. It ain't sin, so you must put an E at the end. The church took that
For all your people be on that energy frequency and shit, man, stay the fuck away from me. I be tired of hearing that damn shit.
part out. Because they don't
And y'all be the most fucked up ass people ever. Messy as fuck.
want you to know everything, right? But listen, I'm just gonna keep it real, right? So people sin because of this. The way your mind works is like this. Say you did something to me, Jay, and say whatever you did to me is in my head. The problem is, once it's in my head, all I can do is go round and round and round and keep on coming back and back and back and back. That's how life works. It works in the cycle. So if what you call a sin is me creating something that is wrong or doing something bad to somebody, then yes. Because the only sin is when you create. If you create, don't let it hurt nobody. And if you create, don't let it stop nobody. Then the only two things that I could figure that could be wrong, but ain't no bad or good. Because even them, people have to do that for everything to balance. Right? Because let me tell you something. If the world right now will love too much like the Christians wanted to do, it will be no more world. Not earth as we know it. It'll be a high dimension, different spiritual plane. But if it vibrate low enough to where everything gonna become reality. It's gonna become solid, and there's not gonna be no connection to God. They're gonna keep that connection, right? So either way you want to go, you can kind of like choose, but everything got a balance. That's why you say the world's infinite. It's never gonna stop. It's gonna keep on going because we know, and God knew that the people never gonna agree to go either which way. So when you ask me about people control whether they sin, I say no. People can't control what they do. Everybody is a walking recorder. We live in a simulation.
Okay. What's your opinion on that, Bishop ELI?
Well, I beg the difference. The man is born dead. Anytime you born dead, we all dead. Yeah. But that's why you got to be born again. Like the answer. He got it bad calling the cyber tape. He called.
Well, so they was soft.
He said they was.
They was soft.
This what came from his mouth.
They was soft.
How do he know they? He
I know
never
it's
been with one of them. He never slept with one of them. Now he's spreading the rumors on the site. They
the site was off.
right there. But because you decide
That ain't sweet at the cheek.
to turn the other cheeks, or because you decide to love is good. God is love. Without love, I wouldn't be on this broadcast dealing with these fools. Without love, I'd be wanting to get white man for what he did to our ancestors. Without love, I wouldn't forgive my family. I wouldn't forgive what they did and turn it back. So love is powerful because love is God. Love ain't nothing but a force of God energy of who he is, and it teaches us how to love each other when we won't tear each other head out, but he won't steal from me. Now I like Unc say,
Ain't nothing like
but look. It's no way if I didn't have love, look at Unc her. Look at her again. No, look at her.
What's tomorrow?
It's
Here they go. Here they go.
listen, it's her is spooky.
This dude weird as shit. Like, joke is shit. Nobody say. We talking about backward guy.
I think it's voodoo. Listen, I think it's spirits in this house.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. It's spirits hiding in his hair, bro. It's hiding in his hair. And when you put all this smoke and burn up money.
Church collecting, he brought up money. I said put it in the collection plate.
No.
Yeah. You want
He burned into his God money. Guess what else he said?
Don't even be looking for Jesus.
He said,
Why you looking at
I
my
could have robbed God. Cause I sure ain't gonna pay
Man,
my
you
tax.
need to cut that out.
So I seen all this spirit just wait a minute. Listen, what's that? What's that?
Next,
Y'all
hey,
man,
You need to cut that.
so
Man,
his energy,
you got the bishop up here lying.
no. His energy,
not good,
you
bro.
can feel it.
That's all he is.
When he burned that,
Oh man, he tripping.
it's a sign to pour demons about him.
oh,
They think
okay,
demons, they like the demons. They don't like you put up big money.
okay,
So demons
okay.
would kill you for money. Demons would do anything. They would sell their body for money.
Oh,
They would
man.
do for money. So listen.
Well, I don't do that.
You do a whole lot of stuff, man.
No, bro, he be saying this.
bro, like,
Hey, dude, what you
Jay,
guys say about saying?
Hey, Jay, this normally
What you guys say
good,
about
bro,
saying,
but this
dude?
time he kind of intoxicated, man. Like, no, for say, for
Like Jesus turned the water into wine. I know they turned up in that motherfucker, man. Trust me, they got the Bible said they got married. Okay, and see, he touched it on me. I'm drunk, and he touched it on me.
Okay, brothers finish.
No,
Why don't you sit down?
no.
Finish.
All right,
Next question.
Sit down. We're
Next
gonna
question.
shut down. Oh, we're gonna answer this. Go ahead, man. Go, ask the people.
I'm trying. You got the cheese, and you drunk the cheese.
Let him download. While he download, ask the next one.
Next question. There's a current events question. It's popular media. It's black culture. It's everything. What's you guys' take on P. Diddy right now?
A lot.
He was a
Everybody talking
billionaire.
about
He
P.
was a
I don't
big.
think we all did something. We all P. Diddy.
church is.
All of us is P. Diddy.
I ain't
All
gonna
of us
be Diddy.
all of us are P. Diddy. Let me tell you why we're all P. Diddy.
He tripping.
We all been lied on.
P. Diddy, down.
We all been accused for something that we don't have facts about. We all done made mistakes. We all done did some things that we're ashamed of.
P. Diddy.
We all did it. That's why we call Diddy did it. We all did it. Now watch this here. What the? So this is the thing. We always focus on P. Diddy, but I keep telling folks the love of money, man, it deceives all people. I seen what Diddy did. It was wrong how he took and drugged that girl. I told them that they're gonna use that video to draw a picture in the people's head to manipulate and deceive them for what they want the people to believe. Diddy don't have a chance if God don't intervene on his behalf.
Before we say it in jail.